Carson Springs is a wildlife sanctuary near Waldo. It houses more than 100 animals. Christine Jenks and her husband live on the land to take care of them. This week, Jenks found her tortoises in need of help after a rainstorm.
And the tortoises were actually crying and grunting and making noises because they were fearful and they were trapped and they were trying to dig themselves out.
The rain was responsible for the collapse of the tortoises' burrows, but luckily the Jenks do daily walks.
We make a trip around, usually in our pajamas, to check and make sure everything's okay.
You can see the tigers really appreciate their baths on hot days like today. The lions and some others just like to keep in the shade to stay cool. Carson Springs animals have the advantage of being African species, but they aren't the only ones dealing with the Florida weather. The Santa Fe Teaching Zoo is also taking steps to protect its animals from the heat.
For our animals, since they can't tell us they're hot, we have to be exceptional at looking at their behavior and body language.
Animals exhibiting heat stress will be less active, have their mouths open, and will search out the coolest part of their enclosure.
For anybody who has animals at home to really understand that the heat's affecting them quite a bit, so it's definitely going to affect their pets. So even though we love to tote our animals in the car with us when we go around, the summer's just not the best time to do that.
These caregivers say cool and clean water with plenty of shade is the best way to beat the heat. Renee Wilson, WUFT News.